Hello there. How is everyone? I thought I'd do a little quick cheeky live stream. It's not going to be long. Maybe like less than an hour, I don't know. And do a bit of a Q&A because it's been a long time, quiet Silas, since I've done a Q&A. What's happening, Shepherd? So yeah, it's been a while since I've done it. I was going to pull some games up and play some games while I do it, but I don't know if I really want to do that. This live stream is obviously sponsored by GRIMFROST, just like some of my recent videos. I don't usually take on sponsors. I've already gone over the spiel before. What are you doing, Silas? Get out of here! Get out of here! Hey, Daddy's working right now. Daddy's working. Okay, do you want me to put the gate up? Okay, well, get out of here. Go on. Go and do your own thing. As I was saying, I haven't taken on a sponsor in over a year. And I really enjoy GRIMFROST. I think they're awesome, and I think they're a great fit for the channel. And therefore, they are the new sponsorship. James K said, what's up? I'm here for the Chinwag. I am thinking about bringing back the podcast. I did a podcast with Ryan recently, and I genuinely really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. And I feel like it's a good time to bring something like that back. But I'm going to have to change it a little bit because I don't want it to be just military like it was. I think I'd have to change it to, you know, a bit of a broader spectrum. You know? What are you up to? I'm live streaming. I'm just chilling. Had a smoothie this morning. Did my breathing technique. My meditation this morning. I've been doing the... Let me show you guys, actually. I have been doing the old Wim Hof. Where's the book? I've got the book somewhere. I don't know where the book is. Oh, there it is. You may hear a screaming baby in the background. I do apologize. Juniper is a little sad. So I read Wim Hof's new book. It's not new. It's been out for a little while now. And it was really inspiring. Genuinely really inspiring. So I downloaded his app, and I've been doing his cold water therapy and his breathing exercises for... How long has it been? Since the 1st. So for 15 days now, I've been doing the breathing retention and the cold showers. Cold shower challenge on his app. And I genuinely feel some benefits from it. I feel some really good benefits from it. So this morning I did 5 rounds, 35 breaths. If you haven't seen it before, what you do is you basically hyperventilate, right? You take 35 big breaths as quick as, well, not as quick as you can, but to the beat of the app. And then you let the breath out, and then you hold it for as long as you can. When you're ready to pop, you take a nice deep breath in, hold it for 15 seconds, and then start a new round. And I've been doing it every day, like 5 rounds, like I said, for the past 15 days, and I genuinely feel better for it. I actually feel like I'm losing weight, which is crazy. I've also been eating healthier and running a bit more, but it's definitely been helping with my fitness. Like, I can see an improvement in my running because of my breathing a bit better. The cold water helps with many things, including not feeling like shit after I've been for a run. So, yeah. Check it out if you haven't already. His book's small. It's not a big book. I highly recommend you check it out. What's happening, Toast from Mars? Clano Banana, Joe, Bobby. I want to join the SPS when I'm older, and I'm talking through my mum's account, and I'm 13 years old. Army cadet. You got a long way to go, my dude. A long way to go. When I was in high school, I wanted to go in the special forces and all that stuff. But when you get into the military, it's a bit of a different experience and things change. So aim for your first goal first, which is joining the military branch you want to join. I was about 13 when I started getting fit for the Royal Marines. So aim for your first goal and don't worry about them ones in the distance just yet. All right, mate? Just worry about your current situation, what your goals are right now, and living the life, because I don't want you to waste your life away either, which is something that I kind of did for quite a while. Were you ever will you be doing some airsoft in the future? Always mentioned it in your older video reaction videos. I'd love to do some airsoft, but people don't really know this about me, but I'm not super into guns these days. Obviously, I was in the military. Obviously, I know how to use a weapon and all that good stuff. But it's just not my vibe anymore. I'm very much a calm person who, I like playing video games. I play Call of Duty. It's different than using actual weapons or airsoft weapons. And I'd give it a go. But it's not something that I'm, like, crazy about. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Thank you for the question, Ryan. So says, may I recommend SWAT simulation called Ready or Not? I've heard about this. There was a YouTuber called GLID Gaming, who's a former Royal Marine who does tactical games, and he invited me on to play one of the games, and I just haven't had time to get around to doing it. And I saw Ready or Not on his channel because he does like really tactical stuff. And it looks cool, but it's a PC game, and I'm shit with mouse and keyboard. So, plus, I play with console, right? I've played with console all my life. I used to play a bit of PC, but it was mostly RTS games like Age of Empires and stuff like that. But for the most part, I play console, PS5, Xbox Series X. I barely have enough time to play them consoles, let alone get good on something else. Does that make sense? Barely have time. Like, the only time I really play games is on when I'm recording. It's very rare that I'll play them when I'm not recording. Maybe like, what, once a week, Steph? Once every other week? Something like that. Like, I just don't have the time for it. If you think about it, I'm trying to get fit again. I'm looking after the kids. I'm spending time with my wife. I'm tinkering on the bus. I'm going out running errands. Like, I've got shit to do. You know what I mean? Hey, baby girl. Have you heard of the Danish Frogman? I have, actually. I have. Will you play the new co-op raid experience in Modern Warfare 2? It's so much fun. I would like to, actually. Is it out now? Is it out now? I'd like to do that. Maybe I'll do it in the next couple of days if it's out and speak to some of the boys and see if they're up for it. Let's see. A couple of the lads might be up for it. Is it? What is it? Let me know. Carlos, is it 4-player, 3-player co-op? What's the deal here? And is it out already? And do you have some cool stories from training exercises with them? I feel like I've been over most stories from training. Let's have a think. I remember, when you get to the end of training and you're looking at doing your commando tests, at that point, it's very rare that you'll get backtrooped or anything like that. Like, the training team don't want you to fail at that point. When you get past, like, week 23, bottom field pass out, the lads that are in the troop at that point, the training team's goal is to get them through training. It's to help them pass out now. It's not about wheeling out all the weaklings or, obviously you still learn quite a bit, but it's more about getting them to be soldiers at this point. And when we were getting ready to do the commando tests, the Tarzan assault course was the one I was worried about the most, because I actually, I did something to my shoulder. I think I dislocated it at one point. It popped back in, and I was having a lot of pain with it. And I couldn't... You do practice rounds of the Tarzan assault course. You do it with no weapons, no kit on. Then you do it with, your boots and your weapon. Then you do it, you kind of build up to the Tarzan assault course in full 21-pounder rifle. And I didn't do any of the build-up. I didn't even do any of the practice exercises. So when I went to do the commando test, the Tarzan assault course, I was in it fresh. I was doing it for the first time, which is quite rare. Luckily, I passed it by 2 seconds, but that's quite a rare thing, and that was kind of scary, if I'm honest with you. It's 3-player, and yes, it's out. Would love to see you stream it. Yeah, actually, yeah. I'll let me send a message to the lads. Everyone, how does everyone feel about streaming the new card raid in the next few days? Quasi-Mark. Let's see what the boys said. Took me and my friends almost 2 hours to complete, but it's so much fun, and it's all about teamwork. I'm super down. Okay, Ark says he's down for it. I think it'd be a great idea. I really do. And I think we'd have a lot of fun doing it. we're in a new campground, right? And for some reason, there's a lot of flies about. A lot of flies. And every now and again, I just see Steph slowly, like, prowling across the bus with the new fly swatter. Just eyeballing the windows and shit, looking for flies like some sort of friggin' hunter. You're a terrible vegan, Steph. I'm Danish, by the way, and I know a bit about the Danish frogmen, and they are quite crazy. Like 400 to 600 candidates in the beginning, and only 10 to 14 make it through. Yeah, I mean they're good soldiers. I've heard about them before. I think the stats are pretty close to Royal Marine stats. There was an advert in England, a commercial, and it said 99.99% need not apply for the Royal Marines. And that was the actual statistic of people who signed the dotted line and failed. 99.99% failed, which is fucking nuts. Makes me realize what I did was actually pretty damn crazy. What is your favorite mission in Modern Warfare 2 campaign? Oh, good question. What was my favorite mission? Let me pull up all the missions again and just refresh my mind. Because in this one, there wasn't like a standout mission that was the better than the rest like you did in the first Modern Warfare. Oh, I really liked Prison Break. Oh, Dark Water was really good as well. No, Alone. Alone, that's the one I'm thinking of. Alone was fantastic. I think Alone might be my favorite. Oh, no, Borderline. Borderline was really, really good, wasn't it? Probably Borderline and Alone. Alone because of the not so much the mission. The mission was okay, but the story part of it was fantastic. How the betrayal happened. Borderline, I feel like as it was a genuinely fantastic mission. I think Borderline was my favorite mission. I'm gonna go with Borderline. Let me know, everyone, what's your favorite mission in the comment section, in the chat. Only 311 has ever made it through or something. What do you mean by 311? What do you mean by that, my dude? Only 311 total? I feel like you loved every single one. I did pretty much love every single one. I really did. Okay, I put a poll on my channel. You go to my YouTube channel and go over to no, I didn't mean to do that. Go over to the community tab. Okay, I put a poll up saying I really enjoyed the podcast with Ryan and I would love to do another podcast. What does everyone think? And we have 103 votes with 75% saying yes, bring it back. So it's something that at the time I don't think I was ready for. My content is changing quite a bit. You know, I've gone through a few different renditions on what I want on this channel, and I'm still trying to find what I genuinely want to do. I enjoy playing the games. They're fun. They can be dragged out a little bit. I really enjoy God of War, but I just want to play the whole thing, and it's really hard to do that. And I feel like I was enjoying YouTube the most when I was doing stuff like the fitness stuff and the podcast and stuff like that. So I'm trying to bring some of them elements that I genuinely enjoyed a lot back into the fold. Let me know. Go over to that poll. Let me share. I can't get a link to it. Go over to the poll on my community tab and vote, and I'll keep an eye on that. The 311 candidates for the Danish frogman in total has made it through. That's crazy. 311, that's it. There's a balance between making training incredibly hard, but also having enough members of said military to actually do successful operations. And that's why like I said, when you get past week 23 in the Royal Marines, that they're not there to just punish you. It still gets harder and harder and harder, but they want you to pass at that point, and they'll still hammer you if you're an idiot, and they'll still do all the usual stuff, but their intentions change a little bit, subtly, and you don't know until you've already got out of training because it feels the same the whole way through. And they're very good at doing that, and that's why the Royal Marines are some of the best in the world, is because they're very good at knowing exactly what to do and when. But their intention changes, and at that point, you've probably got like anywhere between 10 to 20 of the 60 people that are left, and that's like a good statistic of people to pass out. So at that point, they're trying to keep people, even when they're trying to destroy you at the same time. Carl says, honestly, I'm here for you. I like that you experiment a lot on your content. It's nice change of things, and it doesn't make you feel forced to do certain content. Exactly. Favorite character from the new Modern Warfare? Ooh. Do you know what? And I'm probably going to get a lot of stick for saying this. In the original trilogy, my least favorite character was Ghost. I thought it was just a bit like unnecessary. A bit like, why is he here? Like, I get it. It's supposed to be mysterious, and why? In this game, I think Ghost might be my favorite. Just because he plays more of a role in it. You understand where he's at. You understand why he's doing it, and he feels a bit more humanized. And I like that about him. I like that about him in this especially the start of Alone, that one little part where they get betrayed. I think it just shows a different side of Ghost that we're not used to. Oh, and Alejandro is fucking awesome. Yeah, he is a fantastic contribution to that game. Like, they did amazing. That actor, whoever he is, did fucking unreal. Yeah, all the characters have more personality. It's true. But the new Ghost was fantastic, and Alejandro was probably one of my favorites as well. Probably them two. Soap I thought was good. Could do with a little bit more character development. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, they are my favorites overall. So yeah, we've got a good chunk of people who have voted on the poll, and it looks like people want that podcast back. So I'm up for doing it, guys. I am up for doing it. Obviously, it'll take time. Things will change, but it's something that I'm going to have to look into and figure out. I'll probably go and speak to Ryan, who kind of inspired me to do this again, because he had this really cool software and stuff, and I don't know, it just seemed a little easier compared to when I was doing it. And I want the conversations to be different. I don't want to just do military. I want to broaden the spectrum a little bit. And let me know, in fact, if you're watching this, let me know in the chat what type of subjects you'd love to see me cover. Subjects that are not usually part of, the military scene that I do, but just subjects in general. What would you like to see me cover? Mine was Alejandro. That's not just me being biased because I'm Mexican. I mean, I thought it was a really well done character. I feel like he was really relatable, and the borderline mission introducing him was fucking unreal. Evan says, are you excited for the new Star Wars game? Oh, Steph. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited am I for the new Star Wars game? She has no idea. I'm really excited.
We absolutely need more Cal Kestis.
Yes, Steven! Hey, Steve, how you doing?
I'm good, at you?
I'm really good. Are you excited for the new Star Wars game?
Oh, yeah, and anything that we get with more of that story that we had from the last game. Yeah, definitely. It was so perfect.
I'm super hyped for it. I really am. I think Cal Kestis is probably one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. Current characters in Star Wars, like ongoing.
Yeah. I just think the combat is so good.
The combat's fantastic. I think Respawn have done a fantastic job, and I'm really. Did you watch the trailer?
I've seen like a teaser trailer.
Oh, you didn't watch the actual trailer? Well, there's a lot of High Republic stuff in there.
Ooh.
So the trailer shows a new character coming out of a Bacta tank, and the new character has High Republic robes on. So he was a Jedi who, it sounds in the trailer, was betrayed in some way.
Is it part of the thing?
Part of what?
The sisters?
No. The High Republic. So it's like before anything happened with Order 66, before all that stuff. If you read some of the High Republic books, they're set like 300-400 years in the past, and it's pretty cool. And from what it sounds like, he was betrayed by his friend, who must have been another Jedi or something, and he was in this bacta tank. Now, they showed that, and they also showed a new thing for his lightsaber where it basically gets a cross hilt on it. Kind of like Kylo Ren's, but the cross hilt is similar to the ones in High Republic, where it's not like Kylo Ren's is like an exhaust in it on each side, whereas these are fixed ones with like a little piece of metal, which is massive in the High Republic, and it looks like he gets that attachment. So I see that they're kind of connecting some of the books to this as well, and I'm really excited. I've read the first wave of High Republic books, but I missed quite a lot, and it would take a lot to catch up at this point. So yeah. Anyway, I'm really excited for it. Looks really good. Do you know about Enduro, the moto sport? No, I don't. I'm sorry. Ark says your mother. Hello, Ark.
Hello, Ark.
Your travels with the bus, honestly, wait. Your travels with the bus, honestly, and how you adapt that new lifestyle, and how... Oh, you mean like a subject for the Chinwag? Yeah, and how would you compare it to your life before would be an interesting topic. Yeah, that would be a really cool topic to get on. Maybe I could try and pull Steph onto it and talk about the bus, or maybe even I can get some other, because I made a lot of friends who are also in buses.
Yeah, I mean, you've met quite a lot of people that are in the same lifestyle. What works for them, what doesn't work for them.
Exactly, and I've learned a lot.
It's a whole new, like, you know, we know, like, you've spent a lot of time playing games, talking about the military and stuff. This is a whole new sort of like direction to talk about.
Yeah, and I feel like the interests I show on the channel are not always aligned with my true interests anymore. Obviously, like, my true interest, God of War Ragnarok, is 100% my true interest, right? Like, I would have been playing that game no matter what, if it was on the channel or not. But there's a lot of stuff where I just probably wouldn't have bothered. Like, you know, like, I wouldn't play a lot of the military games that I played in the past year or so on the channel. It's just not my cup of tea anymore. I'm more interested in you know, I read a lot, whether that's fiction and non-fiction. I'd love to talk about that more. I'd love to talk about the bus and traveling more, and my philosophy on life and how it's changed since I've been on the bus. I'd love to talk about my fitness and how I'm slowly improving it in certain ways. I'd love to talk about there's loads of different things that I'm interested in that are not even brought to the surface in the channel, right? I watch a lot of videos and read a lot about stoicism, you know, and all this different stuff that people honestly don't even see. And some of it I'd like to keep private, obviously, but some of it I'd like to bring to the front. Like, I'm massive into self-sustainability, permaculture, and all that good stuff. Steph and I obviously want to get land and build a homestead and all that good stuff. There's a lot of stuff there that I'd love to... Like, I feel like I would enjoy YouTube more if I could inject some of that into it. And I think the podcast is the best way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And things like that as well. It's a little bit less casual. You know, it's you can engage more because you've got people. It's a chat.
Yeah.
People want to hear more about one thing, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And I've got a lot of friends who have asked me, "Are you still doing that, or can I come be on that podcast?" I'm like, I'm not really doing it anymore. You know, I did it like a year ago. In fact, let me pull up the podcast on my channel. I'd love to see how many episodes I did. I know what my favorite episode was and all that lot, but let me let's have a look. Playlists. The playlists are updated from top to bottom of oldest to newest, so it's going to be right down at the bottom somewhere. Let's have a look. Excuse me. Where is it, you little shit? Tactical Chinwag podcast. All right. So gender, name's Nico. Jared Taylor, who is the CEO and founder of it's going out of my head now. Black Rifle Coffee Company. Jim Galvin, he was really cool. Jim Galvin, good friend of mine. Ollie Ollerton. Dad, me dad. And then Jim Galvin again. And I'd love to do it again. I did 11 episodes. Some of the episodes were on my own. They were like the shorter ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the episodes were a little bit long, just shy of an hour. Usually it looks like it's just shy of an hour for each podcast, which I think is a solid... What's up, everybody, and welcome to the
pull this up.
Chin-Wag podcast. I am your host, LukeJillings, aka Original. Oh, it's so... I hate listening to myself. Did someone... How did the... or is this something you've seen more from your clients and you know that is... I never put that in. It's weird how it's got like the things on the... Do you know what, the new thing on YouTube where like it's got chapters within...
Yeah.
That's on there, and I never put that in. Did someone else comment that?
All right. That's interesting. Yeah, I always assumed that was what the... content creators were putting in so that you could skip to certain parts.
Yeah, I never did that. So I'm very confused as to how that's been put in there. And it's like labeled correctly as well. That is so interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, I would love to bring this back. I really would. I think it's something that I could evolve on and change a little bit. It's been a while since I've done something like that, and I feel like now is the right time to do it, if I'm honest with you. Hey guys, did another guy called Ark FPS say your mother? Oh, Ark, you silly little man. Silly little man. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to jump on. I mean, it's only been half an hour, but I've said pretty much everything I want to say. I feel like, I feel like people seem to be on the same page as me in the chat about bringing something like that back and broadening the spectrum a little bit. Also, Steve, someone said that the raid is out on Call of Duty now.
Alright.
And
when are we jumping on?
3-player. We can do it the next few days if you want.
Yeah, definitely.
You and Ark.
Yeah.
It'll be hard. Apparently, it's hard. It can take up to 2 hours to complete. So just be aware when we plan to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to take quite a while to do. Right?
Okay. Out of work hours for me.
Right. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for giving me your input and all that good stuff. I had a good Chinwag. I don't know if I'd call it Tactical Chinwag. I think I'd restart it as something different. Maybe just the Original Human podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe just the Original Human podcast. I kind of like that. All right. Let me know what you think if you're watching this not live in the comment section down below. Would you like to see that back again? And if not, why? If you don't want, if you're not bothered about it, also let me know in the comments. I love you all. Hey, man, Mark just joined the chat. He just joined. Having a good old Chinwag boy. Love you, Mark. Speak to you soon. Bye.